Hi Facebook, I'm Ellie Frost. Happy Tuesday. This video, it feels echoey in here. This video is about our potential lives in our alignment with who we are and what we love to do. This isn't what the mainstream teach us. The mainstream often teach us that our unique expressions, our gifts that don't fit into certain boxes are to be hobbies or things we do on the side, and the stuff that makes us money is something else. This is the biggest lie in our society. Having worked with some of the biggest game-changing, socially conscious celebrities, leaders, influencers on our planet that have done things that literally have changed the world, government policies, from nothing, from being themselves with a vision, breaking the mold, going outside those ideas, I can tell you completely that, like, even if you look actually at your favorite kind of, I don't know, movie stars or people who are famous, right? They have a lot of passion. They do what they love. Sports players, anyone in peak performance. So the biggest lie we've been sold is that if you do what you love, right, you don't make money from that. This is the biggest thing I undo with people when they come into like Elevate You, which is my signature program, opening it in November. Making money from doing what you love, being you, I believe is your right on the planet. Not only do you deserve that, but it will absolutely change the way we do business and life. I'm so passionate about it. I've been doing this since I was 21. I left my fancy pants law job because I came across a statistic that was that most people die of heart attacks between, I think it was like 9 and 10 a.m. on a Monday morning. And I realized this isn't just a health issue, this is a life, like, that wasn't just because of a diet issue, that was because they were going to jobs they hate. They weren't fulfilled in their life. In the industrial age, right, which is kind of like before the time is now, before our time, right now, that was what we were taught. You work hard for money, you have to put up with a certain thing, you don't necessarily expect to live your dreams. That was a lot of the collective consciousness. We're in a digital age where making money from being who you are, doing what you love is an inevitability if you can get into alignment with it. So our potential lives in our alignment with who we are and what we love to do. There is, at that point, when I get that into complete what I call self and soul integration in people, you are unstoppable, you are unbreakable. It won't matter like what the challenges are, it won't matter what comes up against you, because it's not just what you do, it's who you are fundamentally. There's no separation between who you are and what you do, and in that you unleash not only the support of your divine purpose, so you're guided, the whole universe is behind you, you unleash your genius, you unleash your creativity, you are available for genius ideas, new ways of doing things, things that feel effortless and easy to you, but you can monetize immediately, right? Because they're good for you, they're good for others, and they're good for the planet. This is what happens in my world, right? That the very nature of what we're doing is good for us and the collective. It's effortless. Right? We just don't know that we can monetize that way. We just don't know that it can feel that way. That you get at the peak of our creativity, at the peak of our excitement, at the peak of our full self-expression is the potential to be extremely prosperous, to be extremely wealthy, not just in money, which it does, but also in life, in fulfillment, right? In, like, my work gives me life force energy. The people I work with, if they're on purpose, they're fueled up by that purpose. They have a different energy. They have a different zest for life. Their tank is full because they're doing what they love. It's good for our health. Doing what we hate because we think we have to, because we're basically in a slave mentality, because we don't believe that we can make money and that it's unlimited and it's available in a better way, because we don't access our creativity and inspiration every day, is depleting physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. That's what I want to break on the planet. So Elevate You starts November. This is a container that, whether you're starting or scaling, it's completely for you. It gives you the alignment of yourself and soul. It releases and breaks all traumas around making money from being you, visibility, whatever it is required. You get to create this business, your work, your way. We do everything on your brand, your products, your services, and so much more in the actual integration of being in your authentic power. There's no one I know that does this work like I do, because I've had so much experience at director, like board level, leading some of the most well-known brands on the planet in terms of business strategy. And I've also had 20 years in spirituality, healing modalities. I'm a brilliant channel. So I integrate those two things. There's no one I know that can do this like me. So in this program, we go through your life purpose, your soul alignment, your true soul blueprint. I'll align you with that fully. I call it integrated self and soul. The self is the human, so I have to remove the blocks, remove the traumas, all the lineage, anything in your way. And then I'll align you with the strategies. And I've got so much experience. I work with some of the best plans, the most household leading name fancy pants brands on the planet. So I know all about business strategy. But the thing that I know more than that is that your strategy is unique to you. And that's what I'm a genius at helping you unleash and activate. I get buzzed on people monetizing who they are. I get buzzed on you coming into your full alignment. I get completely turned on by the whole thing because I know it's available. And it's my biggest frustration that there are people here that I know are meant to elevate consciousness, are needed now more than ever. This is not a saturated market for people standing in their uniqueness and monetizing who they are and what they love. It is nowhere near saturated. It is necessary on the planet. It is available. The time is now. That's why I've been using that in my messaging, because it's never been more important than now. It's not that we have to save the world. It's that this is the time in the world. Hi, my love. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Julia. This is the time in the world, right? The opportunity to do this is never been greater than now. So you being in your fullest expression opens a portal for everyone else. If you're confused, if you're buying into magic pills, if you're going off, if it's not making money, I'll tell you the truth on that, right? Sometimes the universe is doing you a favor. If you set your GPS in the car, right, and say you want to go from California to Vegas, but you keep buying into these quick wins and these quick fixes and doing things out of alignment, and so the money's not coming, guess what? Your soul's protecting you. Why? Because if you made money that way, you would not be on purpose. The universe wants to support us. It wants to reward you massively. I promise you, massively, in your aligned purpose. So don't take it personally, just trust. I know this is hard to do, but I promise you I'll be able to reset your belief systems to make you understand this. The minute I lock this in with you, you will be so grateful you didn't make money in another way. You'll be so fucking grateful that it didn't work before if it hasn't worked the way you want it to. Because if you'd gone down another path, right, it wouldn't have been the real you. And to be honest, people have this idea because they've been sold these quick fixes that, okay, well, I'll just do this for now. I'll just make money here for now. And they think they can just pivot over and then somehow switch to what they want to do. But it doesn't work like that, because you want to be making momentum from the right foundation. And at that point, you can have quick windfalls. You can have instant wins. Why? Because time does not exist in the quantum. All you work with is alignment. It doesn't matter. If you've got momentum building, right, inside of you in the right way, then the quantum can work quicker with you because your human will accept it. So here's the thing with time, right? And timing and these ideas. The fact is, things can work. I've seen it. I've worked with people. The video goes viral on YouTube. They're suddenly on Letterman and Oprah, you know, my clients. I've seen it. It looks overnight success. Why? And it is overnight success to some extent, right? And then they may tell you, well, look, it took me 10 years to get here. It took them 10 years to get into alignment, but that was available straight away, because I've also worked with people who are very young and go straight to the top, right? The alignment is there. Why do those younger people, I always wondered, why do these people, some of my people, go so fast and some of them take longer? The missing link on that was trauma. The missing link was, depending on how healed you are on your trauma will depend sometimes, often, most of the time, which is why I became a geek on that too, and releasing that in people very fast, will depend on how quickly you can align, right? but it is available to you. Time doesn't exist in the quantum. So if you're working in the predictable realm, then time does exist. Then you're gonna be geared to do something within an amount of time that feels reasonable to your human. But when you're actually working with the quantum field, your alignment can be instant to whatever you want. And the work I do in Elevate You puts you in that alignment, which is why I've had people that have not even started their book become best-selling authors in the 10 weeks of that container. A podcast going to the top 10, that's extraordinary. That wasn't even launched before that container, in that container. 50 grand months on repeat in that container. Like, all sorts of things happen in that container. Why? Because we're playing in the quantum field, but I'm also extremely specific. We get really detailed about this process I lead you through. It's the process I've taken corporations through, founders through, entrepreneurs over and over again. But it's also the highest integration. I do not know anyone that can do this on the planet like I can, with the spiritual context of your work, the healing, the master energy work I do, with this level of entrepreneurial consultant business experience. I haven't seen it in anyone else online, because I haven't just run a coaching business. I've been a director of many businesses outside my own, right? And I've consulted some of the leading brands on the planet. And I really came into the mainstream and came online because I care about the people who I know are meant to change the world, who I know are here to do great things, who I know don't have access to the substance behind the hows and why business principles work, that I know all about, right? That are buying into a strategy that is not right for them because they're being sold a magic pill, and they're just trying to, what makes me sad the most is they're just trying to make a quick, they need the money, right, to do their purpose work. They need the money, and that seems like a block. So they're making compromised decisions. I'm going to teach you how to be way more resilient and aligned than that, because when you're aligned, it all makes sense, and you'll see that the benefits, the prosperity, the wealth, the support from the universe is completely on your side on that purpose. You will be grateful for every time it didn't work, for every rabbit hole that didn't work out for you, when I actually show you what it's really about. So there's a bit of information on that on my website. You can DM me about that. Our time is now. Our time is absolutely now. There has never been more opportunity and more, I don't like to use the word need, but like literally, like, human race is calling for this. The human race is calling for this elevation. That's why we're going through a recession. That's why we've had the events of the last 2 years, because Mother Nature takes over and goes, hang on guys, you're not doing this right. This is a beautiful world. We're meant to care about the collective. We're meant to care about each other. We're meant to be humanity focused. It is an absolute lie that you can't make money and be pro-humanity. I've worked with those people for 20 years. That is the exact whole point. Not doing business in ways that, exploits and manipulates people. Doing business in ways that elevates the human race. Any great brand on the planet did that. Even a product brand, even Apple, elevated the human race. Without Apple, we wouldn't have apps. Apps are a part of our daily life. They elevate, they take us forward, right? The healers do this, the spiritual mystics do this, the psychics do this, the innovators do this, the artists do this. We need innovation on the planet more than ever right now. So if you're ready for that, Elevate You is the program. You will not come across anything like it. You will do 5 or 6 and maybe get a tenth of what I can bring you to there. Other than that, I love you. Thank you for joining me. Whatever you do, don't lose sight of the truth. And the truth is you in your authentic power, aligned with who you are and what you love to do, is the unique thing. That is the piece that no one can touch. There you are, unshakable, you are unbreakable. Let yourself be fully expressed. Let yourself earn money from doing it. Allow that to be the thing. The more you're chasing things outside of you, the less it's taking you from yourself. This isn't just some deep spiritual concept, although it is. It's actually the truth and the absolute path to your prosperity. So sending you a ton of love. Any comments, let me know. Have a great day, and I'll speak to you soon.